Hello, Gunner James 105. So I had done the same sort of thing with this rifle, as I've already recorded me at the range taking a few shots, and then I was so having that kind of set aside there, I was going to do the bit of a close-up view here, and that would be the first part of the video. So the first part of the video begins now. This particular one, by the serial number, puts it early 1946, and that's the kind of a stylized, I'll come closer, but there's a little M there, and that M is where we get our close indication anyways. I haven't narrowed the serial number down to the exact month. It could be, when I say early, maybe March or something like that. Now they were producing these from 37 to 57, and this one, having been probably, well, let's see, it'd be 13 years according to what I think the date says on the other side of the shoulder stock. I'll show you a stamping on there, because this is all original. Everything's original, but I believe the wood has been replaced. I mean, I can't quite imagine that we're going to have the kind of bluing wear here and there on this rifle, and then the wood is immaculate. The wood is absolutely gorgeous, and so I'll show you that stamping. I can't quite make it out. It looks like it could be 1959 on this little round stamping, so that could indicate some sort of a refurbishment. But from what I've seen, any of them that were refurbished were parkerized, so they had a very heavy parkerized finish on all of the bluing. But this is all looking original. And so anyways, the next thing I was going to tell you is that this sling, I wanted to have, this rifle didn't come with the sling, and this was picked up at auction. I think it was what the heck, I can't remember the price was, but a very, very good deal. And I wanted a sling for it, and I would go on eBay, and I found some in the States, and they wouldn't ship it because there's all these crazy regulations regarding firearms parts. And so I had requested, because basically all it is a leather belt, but a couple of different sellers would not ship. So then I got a hold of eBay France, and I found this, and I think shipping and sling, like everything together, was about $20. So it was a really good deal on an original sling. There's kind of a little mark here that's faint. So really happy to have that on there. Kind of completes it. And while it's in this, the camera's on the tripod. Sorry, I'm going to just go down to this end here. This is not the only video out there. You want to have incredible history breakdown on this. There's other videos out there, but that's the bayonet. It's a pretty neat system in how that fits into the rifle. So basically, you can tuck it away and not have to have something strapped to your belt or whatever. And then the way it clips in is kind of neat. So you're gonna just simply snap it in, and then to remove it, then it's got this little button there, and then you've got a stacking rod right there. I believe this is the earlier pre-war, they had a different front sight cover or sight protector on there. So anyways, and then this was also, I think, different. There's some differences between the early ones. The early ones too, I think, were a walnut stock, and I believe this is beech. And then here you can see the markings. So let me just get this off of this tripod, and then we'll move in closer, and I'll show you that marking on the other side that I was talking about. It makes me believe this has been refurbished. This is a nice short little rifle. I think it weighs about 8 pounds, and I would put it in the category of carbine. I mean, it's that size, and just beautiful rifle. There's some markings that are faint, and I don't know what that's. It doesn't match any of the serial number. That's another reason why I think this was a new stock put on here. But you have the only other place I can find, but you can see that wear on the bluing. The serial number also shows up, that same serial number, on that magazine plate, which basically you can depress this and pop all your rounds out the bottom. And here's that marking or stamping. Let me just turn this around and get the shadows out of here, but I just can't quite film it. There. Yeah, so I really like this rifle. It's a nice design. I like that rear peep sight. I'm a big fan of the peep sight. And so again, just showing the sight and the top of the rifle here, that bolt. And I wish I did have charger clips. Been having a little difficulty. It's kind of cool too how this bolt comes forward and gets you lined up with that trigger, so you're in sort of Enfield style. Not so much this curved piece coming this way on an Enfield, but the fact that it's lined up with the trigger, which makes it fairly speedy to operate. So get that turned right way around. But as I said, the wood, matter of fact, there's a couple coats of boiled linseed oil, and I could almost put another one on there. The wood didn't look like it had any oil at any time. It was very, very dry. So Moss 36, I think it's Saint Etienne manufactured these, and so now we'll go and move you on to the second part of the video. So we'll do just a little quick scan over the entire length of the rifle and see you at the range. So, get into position. So this is a little different angle. I'm trying to block the wind. Right now it's pretty calm. It'll pick up and die down because the wind isn't affecting my shooting as much as it's affecting the camera and that wind noise that is annoying to myself or anybody else watching videos. So hopefully now I can hear it starting over there, but in the trees, or the leaves are really rustling. So this rifle here, I would have this is then part 2 of the video that deals with this rifle. And so I like to be able to talk about the item that I have in the collection, and then I like to be able to show you it in action, show you it doing its thing. So I like to be able to shoot these. Summertime has been brutal this year. We've had a lot of rain and wind, and like extreme wind. Yesterday was very, very windy. I thought my poor little tree in front of my house was going to snap. So we'll carry on here. This is the 139 grain PPU 7.54 French that I'll be shooting. And this rifle I've never fired a rifle like this. There were no practice shots before this video, so I've never fired it. So you're witnessing a first for me. So I've never loaded. I've never fired. The only thing that I have done is clean it. I didn't take it right apart because I know that there's things you can mess up with the bedding of this barrel, etc. if you do, and so didn't mess with any of that. It was basically very, very clean. Didn't take much to clean it up, and so yeah, I wish that I had some clips to load with, but I haven't found any yet. They're rare as far as I can tell. I mean, even eBay, unless I go on to eBay France. I think I saw one there, but the price is a bit much, and it doesn't look in very good condition. They're aluminum, and so they didn't stand up very well to any kind of abuse. So maybe that's why they're harder to find. So we'll load just one at a time. I'm not in a battle situation, which is what the clips are for anyways, is to get you reloaded real quick. And so we'll try it out together here for the first time. The one thing I noticed, because I just hadn't really looked at that part. As you know, there isn't a safety on this rifle. It's safe when you know that you don't have a round in the chamber. But whether it's loaded and cocked or not loaded, like empty, that bolt sits. See, now this has got a hold open that sometimes it holds open, sometimes doesn't. So right now it is holding open. But if I were to have that cocked there with a round in the chamber, this nothing appears any different one way or the other. So I'll fire it. I saw a slight movement here, but I mean, other than that, you can't tell whether it's loaded or not, or cocked. You can't tell. So you have to be careful. So we'll go ahead and I'm just going to stick 5 rounds in. This stuff isn't easily found, and I was able to find it for $30 a box. So I picked up a couple boxes. So I've got basically 40 rounds at $60, and so I'm being a little stingy on what I'm shooting today in this video. So maybe I'll just do 5. Maybe I'll do 10. Maybe I'll give you a different angle on the loading and firing. So basically, you're looking at it from a front view. Maybe I'll get a side view, and that will be 1/4 of my inventory used up. So we'll just start out with 5. Full metal jacket, if I didn't say so. So we're almost ready for some action. Step that aside. I'm sitting at 50 yards again, and I've got a target that's got 5 bulls on it. I'm just going to aim for the center bull. I forgot my glasses, so at 50 yards things are a little blurry. But I figure if I point it and hold it steady on that same spot, blurry or not, I should be able to get some good results. Should be able to. So we'll see how it goes. So we'll chamber around. She's loaded, hot, ready to go. It's got a pretty good feel on the take up of the 2-stage trigger. The first stage, you bring it right up, and your next movement is going to go click bang. So at least as far as the little bit of dry firing I did a few minutes ago. So. So, 2 things. A lot of my experience lately with shooting has been tons and tons of 22. So, with the 22 and doing so on a British, like an Enfield type rifle, it's quite a big, heavy rifle in 22 caliber. There isn't much recoil. Now, as far as the recoil, the positioning right here is fairly padded, and I don't feel any pain or anything from the recoil. But the recoil on this first shot was unexpected. The other thing is, you'll notice that this is not where it's supposed to be. So I kind of heard that one a little bit. So that part of it maybe took me by surprise. So we'll try again and try to do it properly. So, fling that out of there. I think the thing I have to think about in the future is reloading this stuff. I'm not there yet on the reloading, but this would be a candidate if I was going to do again. I just don't see myself doing a lot of shooting with this. You know, it's a nice little collector piece. So we'll take another shot. It's, with being such a short rifle, it is a loud bang there. It's basically a carbine, and I love carbines. So after 3, I'm going to take a look, see. Gunner James is impressed. I'll show you in a moment's time. Maybe it's a fluke, so we'll try a couple more. So probably because the first 3 sort of impressed me. Now I'm trying harder. I'll probably mess it up. Okay, so let's see. All right, well, I'm going to take you down there. And as I say, we're at 50 yards. So the horses have left the area. They've gone, the owners have taken them for a little ride out in the country somewhere. So I'll try to walk a little faster for you. Yeah, I'm glad we kind of got things mowed, the grass mowed here. It was kind of looking shabby. Got a lot of weeds growing out of my clay pile there. So, anyways, first time trying it out. I have to say, if I had a bit more practice then, perhaps if I had glasses, maybe I shouldn't wear glasses. Maybe that's what the problem is. But I'm gonna have to say that other than that guy there, we're doing pretty good. So shoot some more? I don't know. I'll see. But I'll say goodbye for now, and thanks for watching. And if you hang on for a second or 3 before the end of this video, I may or may not be back in position for some more. I'm back. So again, I apologize for the wind noise if there is any. And so we'll load up another 5, and I'll pick a different bull to shoot at. There we go. It's kind of nice without a rim there once in a while, not to have to worry about a rim. So let's get ourselves ready this time. And away we go. I do not know what happened there. Did I flinch? I went way high on that one. Smarten up. I think what I'm trying to do is, before I'm looking at a white piece of paper down there and basically aiming for the center of that white piece of paper. Now I'm looking at a faint orange circle top right. So we'll try again, see what's going on. I know it is shooting a bit high, but then I'm only at 50 yards. So we'll try a couple more here, see what's going on. Don't even know. See, there again. I got busy talking. When I pull the trigger, it's either going to shoot or it's not. I did eject that. I must have put another round in. Okay. I'm convinced. So now you shall see what I have seen. I'll just take you down there. Okay, so my previous attempts, I was aiming there, so pretty much aiming there, right there, and I was hitting there. So fairly centered, bit high, group is not bad. So then I was alarmed when I was shooting here, and I thought to myself, the first one, where the hell? And then I realized the second, third, fourth, and fifth are all right there. So probably, in fairness, about the same distance. These are just a little off to the left. That's me or the rifle, I'm not sure. A little off to the left. I don't think my trigger pull has improved a lot lately. But I have to say, pretty fine group. And again, 50 yards. It would certainly open up, I'm sure, if I could see 100 yards, or at least I had my glasses. But yeah, so I'm pretty impressed with this little rifle. And I think that's all I will shoot today for that. Thanks for watching.